I'm here with Labillois, who is the organizer of the Ugpi'ganjig Powwow. Can you tell us what kind of planning goes into organizing a powwow?
So the planning for a powwow, the work that goes into it, you got to hire your host drum, your co-host drum, your invited drums, your head male and female dancer, your junior head male and female dancer, your MCs, your arena directors, and everything also goes with a head staff. You also want to just keep putting out like call outs with your posters, with your schedules, and you put all that out to attract the people. So it's a lot of planning that goes into it, but like at the end, whenever the time comes, it's so worth it.
Okay, and how long does the powwow last for?
So we technically start on Friday, which we start with doing different workshops, like with teachings, and we bring in different elders and stuff like that. Then Saturday and Sunday is when the powwow actually runs.
And it kicks off with the grand entrance, is it?
Yeah, we kick off with the grand entry at 1 p.m. every year.
Can you tell us a bit about that?
So the grand entry is everybody that's a part of the powwow that dances in. Well, except the drums, they're on the side singing. But that's all your head staff. That's your head dancers. That's your head staff carrier. That's all the dancers that show up, and that's what puts together your powwow.
Okay, now where do you find the information for who to call out to join the powwow?
The committee, or just to join our staff? Like
to join the staff, to be the drummers, okay. The dancers.
I follow the powwow trail religiously. I go to a lot of powwows around North America, so that's how I make my connections that way.
Okay. Now, this year was unique in that we had the powwow held in Dalhousie as opposed to Eel River Bar. How did that work out for you guys?
I think it worked out to the best we've ever had. Honest to God, I think in the arena in Dalhousie, it was awesome. And it got a lot of people from Dalhousie out that never experienced it. So I thought it was a beautiful thing, and I thought it was our biggest turnout yet.
Yeah, I was there in attendance, and I was very impressed by it. And I saw a lot of people who had never been to a powwow before because they didn't know that it was okay for them to go to the powwow.
Yeah, so it was nice to see. Nice to see all those people.
Now, for those of people who haven't been to a powwow before, can you just tell us some proper etiquette?
All I can really say is no drugs and alcohol. Listen to the MC religiously because he's the one that you really got to follow. Like he'll tell you when it's time to stand, when it's time to take your hats off, what dances are coming up, everything that's going on. So my biggest thing is listen to the MC.
Yes, and occasionally.
Also, don't bring your dogs. There's a few things like that. Like, just be respectful. Don't touch anybody's regalias without permission. Don't go up to the drums and touch their drums. And just it's about being respectful.
Yeah, we would hope that's common sense, but it isn't.
Yeah.
When would it not be appropriate to take pictures?
During honor songs, the flag song, and veteran song.
Okay. And the MC will notify you before that, correct?
Yes, the MC will notify.
And who was your MC this year?
My MC this year was Trevor Gould from Mawio'mi, Nova Scotia.
Okay. And who was the head drum?
Warpaint from Back Swamp, North Carolina.
Wow, they traveled quite a ways.
Yes.
And how many drums did you have altogether?
I had 6 drums total this year. I had Warpaint, my host drum, Wabanaki Confederacy, my co-host drum, and then I had for my invited drums, I had Sunrise Scouts, East Boys, Red Horse, and Sipu Boys.
Okay, and where are they from?
Wabanaki Confederacy is a group made up of, that's my group actually. We're made up of all of Wabanaki territory. Like we We all come from a different part. Sunrise Scouts comes from Millbrook. East Boys comes from Eskasoni. Sipu Boys comes from Red Bank, and Red Horse comes from Listagush.
Okay. And where is Wabanaki?
Wabanaki territory is there's 5 tribes that make up Wabanaki. I'm pretty sure. It's the Mi'kmaq, Maliseet, Passamaquoddy, Penobscot, and I forget the last one. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
And that would be the eastern part?
Yeah, like that's Maine and everything else included there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, ballpark, how many people would you say attended this year's powwow?
I don't even know. Like, I even still look back at the pictures and look back at everything, and like it still gets me over the moon. The attendance and the turnout that we had. Yeah.
It was impressive. It was almost like there was a hockey game going on.
I think the Marauders got nothing on the powwow.
Yeah. It was they're both a good show, different target market.
Yes, definitely.
Now, what are some of the different dances that you'll see at a powwow?
So you'll see the men's traditional dance, the women's traditional dance, men's grass, men's chicken, men's fancy, women's jingle, women's fancy, and then out here on the East Coast, we have what's called the Gojwa dance. It's the Mi'kmaq style dance. So
that was my favorite.
Yes, and also we had War Paint showcase the smoke dance.
And what's the smoke dance?
That's just like their style dance. It's similar to the Gojwa, but it just comes from their tribe.
Okay.
Different. Yeah.
Now the Gojwa was a bit of a contest.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit about that?
It was a good contest. Everybody brought their all. Everybody brought their best dance. I was one of the judges, and it was a tough contest to judge.
Yes. Well, the viewers will see some footage from the Gojwa dance. And so it went, was it 4 rounds? Because you ended up having a tiebreaker at the end?
Yeah, we kind of made it like a tournament style, like where we kept knocking a few people out at a time to make it more interesting, more fun.
Now, some of the dances are open to everyone, correct?
Yes, those are the intertribal dances.
And so some dances are just for men, some are for women. And are there different age groups as well?
Yes, the way we have it laid out is we start with our tiny tots, which is 0 to 6. Then we go up to our juniors, which is 7 to 12. Then the teens, 13 to 17. Then adults, 18 to 49. And then golden age, 50 plus. That's the way we run it here.
And what is the finale of the powwow?
So there's 2 types. One is just the retiring of the flags, and the other one is the grand exit. So the retiring of the flags is just you're retiring them for the night. And the grand exit is the grand exit on Sunday, which is for the year. So the retiring of the flags is on Saturday.
Okay, so that's the close of the night, and then the grand exit is the close of the entire event.
Yes, for the year, yeah.
Okay. Now, when is the powwow typically held?
The middle of August. So for 2024, the dates are August 16th to the 18th, and we already started planning as a committee, and we will have our host drum coming from Minnesota and Wisconsin, and they're called Hay Creek.
Wow. Now, did you see them perform when you were on the powwow trail?
Yes, I seen them in September whenever I was in Tuscarora by Buffalo, New York. And I had just seen them whenever I was down in the Seminole territory down in Florida by Fort Lauderdale.
So they do a bit of traveling as well.
Yes. And they're excited to come and check out new territory. It'll be their first time on the east coast of Canada, Mi'kmaq territory.
Excellent. I'm glad we can host lots of people.
Yes.
Now, where can people find out information on when the events are taking place?
So I have a page on Facebook. It's called the Eel River Bar Powwow. That's all. And I religiously post information as I'm going. As I get the information, I let everybody know.
Okay. And just to reaffirm, everyone is welcome at the powwow, correct?
Yes, everyone. Exactly.
And
That's
people,
the only rule that I have. And just don't show up under the influence. That's
it's not that kind of party.
no.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, and you're doing an excellent job putting on the powwow, and I look forward to attending again this year.
Yes. Thank you.